Hello, welcome again to my channel. My name is Cynthia. You're seeing here. All right, I'm through with cutting of the fabric. We did it in the first part, and then this second part. This is the fabric. I traced out both the lace. I went ahead to trace out what my lining also. So this is the lace. Okay, I traced out with the fabric when I was sewing, when I was cutting in the first part. So went ahead to trace out the lace. This is the skirt part, the back side, and then this is the sleeve part. I had to lay them on the floor so that you can see it very well. So each of them has their satin and also has their lining. So these are the linings. Okay, this is the lining for the sleeve. All right, so I also went ahead to cut out the lining for my back piece and also for my front piece. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start what journey. Like for the front part, I did the cutting and also I've added my facings. I have my light wording, and then I also have my thick wording. You know how we do it. All right, so I'm going to sew all the laces on top of what top of all the what satins. So we just go ahead and start what cutting. So for this is the front part. I'm going to start what by stitching them together. I have a video on how to do all this, but I just want to show us so that you can understand it better. Remember, I told you I wanted to go ahead to what to stitch both the satin on the lace. So I did that here, and I am joining the bustiers. So if you're joining your patients, that you should please start from the lower part. Okay, start from the bottom. So I'm going to go from bottom to top. Hey, not be Nigerian only. So I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. I'm going to go gently until I'm through with what joining my front upper body princess that. So once we are done joining that, we're going to go and do what's the back. All right. So please, if today is your first time of coming to this channel, please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and please keep sharing our videos so that other people can also gain from what we are gaining here. All right. So once I was done with that, I'll join the second part, and then I'll join the second part, and then I go and give it what some I'll give it a very hot what ironing. So once I was done with joining the front part, so this is what we have, okay? This is how it's looking. You can see how it's standing. I'll just go ahead and give it what some ironing on that area. But you can also what notch it, alright? Those edges, please notch, and please don't cut through your thread line while you are notching. So once I'm through with notching, I'll just take it to the what to my ironing table and iron those places out, those seam area out. So this is it. Once I was through with ironing, this was how it came out. You can see how beautiful it's looking. So I am going to continue with the stitching. All right, remember it's going to have a yoke. Okay, you saw me cutting the yoke on the first part. All right, so I will put in the link of this video, the first part, so you watch it so that you can understand what we are doing right now. So I'm going to put what the yoke part. It's like a V-neck yoke. All right, so I'm going to what like join it together. I'll join it that way, and then I'll show you how it came out. So once I was done with joining the two shoulders together, as in the yoke, this is what I have. All right, so I'm going to go ahead to use my lining. So I went ahead to join my lining. I didn't show you the way I joined the lining. So I'm going to cover up the yoke area with with the lining. So I'll be doing it this way. So I'll make the two of them align, front side facing front side, and then I'll go ahead and join them together. Once I'm done with joining together, I'll trim off my armhole and turn up my work. All right. So once I was done with all my turn up, I this is the look. You can see how beautiful it's standing. So what I'm going to do right now, I am going to close up the bottom area, but I'm also trim the bottom area. I'll trim it neatly. I'll remove all the excesses, close it up, and then I join it with to my what, to my lower bodies. So after I'm through with cutting off the excess, I'm going to grab the lower bodies, the skirt part. I'll put my darts to it. Okay. Now I'm going to measure it very. That's this is how I do it. Once I'm through with the upper side, I bring the lower side and check where the two darts are, so that the two darts can align when you are what joining your upper body. So I do that when I'm through with joining what my upper body. So I'll just go ahead and then do my add my darts to my skirt part. And so once we were done with adding all our darts to the skirt part, I'll join the upper bodies. I'll turn it up, okay? You know how we do our turn up. We'll make sure that all the rough edges are what are inside. So this is the turn up. I'm doing the turn up, the lace facing the lace, and now the lining. I'll make sure the clothes are inside like this now. I'll turn it up, and then from the side of the skirt, I'll open up a side there and bring out the whole of my work. So once we're done with that,
Once I was
I'll
done with
just go
joining
ahead
that,
with the back.
I'm
Okay,
going
I didn't show
to
the part where I joined the back. So this is the back piece. I went ahead to join the back. It's a princess that also, and it has zipper on it. I'll be putting the link like I said, so that you go watch how to what the dress. Now this is the skirt part. I also turned it up. The lining is shorter with 1 inch, and this is the back side. So I'll just go and what join the two sides this way, all right, and join the other side, and I'll add my zipper to it. It's very easy to join the back. Okay, so all right, I'll start joining the sleeve part. Okay, now for the sleeve part, I went ahead, I added my gum stay, a soft stay to the lining part. So I'm going to close up the down area and close up the two sides, but I'll open it up from the upper side. Okay, I won't be closing up that area. I'll close up the down part and the two sides. I'll close up the two sides, and then we'll turn it up, iron it, and I'll show you what to do. The next we're going to add boning to it. So let's close up the two side first of all. Okay, that's me showing you the gum stay I put on the what on the lining parts. Okay. Once I was done with joining the two both the two sides and the lower body, I turned it up, ironed it. I'm going to stitch on top of the upper side. Okay, the reason I'm doing this so that I will hold both the lining and the fabric together. So that's why we are what's running the stitch on top of it. Once I was through, I'll just go ahead and trim off all the excesses, and then we're supposed to in this case do a gather stitch and draw it, but because I'm working with a thicker fabric, I'm working with a lace, and then the lining has a stay on it. So I won't be doing a gather on it, okay? I will be pleating it. All right, so I'll be pleating my the upper side of this dress. You're supposed to gather it, but I'll be pleating. So if you recall, there was we took 10 inches for that gathers area. We took 10 inches there, so I'm going to still mark that 10 inches so that I will know where to start my gather stitch from. So please don't forget that. So I'm going to mark it, and then I will start gathering. But before I start gathering on the lower part of this, I'm going to get my boning. All right, I had to use my biro to do that. So we get our boning, and then I'm going to use my boning on the lower part. Now the reason why we're using the boning there is to give it this structure. All right, it's going to give it a very fine structure to add boning. So we are going to add our boning to it. So I'm going to use a sewable boning. Okay, and you can use the other plastic kind of boning. But if you're putting that plastic kind of boning, you're going to only create a channel. So I don't have time for creating channels and all that. So I am going to just sew on top of it. All right. I'm going to give 1 inch on that area so that I will have my allowance. So once I get to the bottom on the other side, I'll also reserve 1 inch for my turn up. So I'm going to sew the bonings on top of my work on the lower part. And then once I was through with that, on the upper part, I will just gather it with but why with using I'll use a pleat, all right, it's not gathering. I'll be pleating it, um and then I will show you the finished look of this of the sleeve while we proceed with the class. So once we were done with that, this is what we have, okay? This is how the sleeve is looking. This is our gong sleeve. So I'm going to set this sleeve aside, and I'll continue with the back part. The back part, I'm going to put my zipper on it. And once I'm through with putting the zipper on my back part, I I'll go ahead and put my sleeve. I'll attach the sleeve to the clothes. But before I attach the sleeve, I'm going to join the two shoulders together. All right, so this is the sleeve, the back part. I didn't show where I was doing this the zipper, but at least I know you know how to put a zipper on or what on a dress. So I am going to go ahead and attach the two shoulders together. So once I'm done with attaching my two shoulders together, I'll put my sleeve, and then we'll close up our work. I'll show you us the finished look of this work. So this is the finished look of the gong sleeve. Wow, she's looking beautiful, isn't she? Alright, so if today is the first time of coming to our channel, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you find this tutorial very helpful, please comment on the comment section. Alright, I'll see you again in my next class. My name is Cynthia. Bye bye.